Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for our knowledge sprint around passive encryption control application. My name's Scott Winden. I'm one of the BDMs here at Red Piranha. Joining me today is Dylan, one of our cybersecurity engineers, and Arjun, who is one of our product managers here at Red Education. So I guess the format of today, I'll do a little introduction just sort of around Red Piranha. Arjun will then sort of take us through some of the theory around PECA, and then Dylan will take us through a demonstration and also sort of through the lens of zero trust. So that's the format of today. So just a little about who we are. Red Piranha was founded in 2015. It was born and bred out of Perth, and we've been on the eastern seaboard now for a couple of years now. So we've got nice Australia-wide coverage, which is great. Our Crystal Eye product is a comprehensive threat management. So we do a lot of threat detection mitigation through the Crystal Eye. It can be deployed either as a cloud instance or as a piece of hardware. So nice and flexible there. We're part of Team Defence Australia and the Cyber Threat Alliance, which are two big Australian-based threat institutions. We're very proud of our work with the Alliance and the Team Defence Australia. We're also ISO 27001 and 9001 accredited, and we also take institutions through getting themselves to a point where they can be accredited also. A really unique offering that we have as well is our SOC as a service. So as I mentioned, sort of born and bred in Perth, means that all our data we keep data sovereign, which is a really nice aspect of our SOC. It's 24/7 and it follows the sun. So that's just a little bit about us. In the interest of time, I'll pass over now to Arjun, who, like I said, will take us through some more information about PECA and the theory behind it. So thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Arjun, product manager at Red Piranha, where we offer companies a holistic security solution for their network security. And our offering includes real-time threat detection and incident response, either by deploying on your cloud environment or via our Crystal Eye device. So let's talk about some recent news in the field of cybersecurity. So Indian universities faced 8,500 ransomware attacks weekly, and that is the past 6 months data. So this data was compromised and sold on the dark web. And if you don't know that this is the double the global average of 4,000 weekly incidents in the education sector. I think yesterday, we saw a cyber attack on a cloud platform where several European airports were affected, including Heathrow Airport in London, which is one of the busiest in the world, where the passenger check-in, baggage handling, and self-service check-in kiosks were disrupted, and they caused flight delays. So, taking these two examples, what happened here is that data was compromised, customer data was breached and leaked. And this compromised data was sold on the dark web. And what we do at Red Piranha is that we conduct 24/7 surveillance of the dark web and other channels to identify global organizations impacted by ransomware attacks. Why we do that? It's part of our research and intelligence, research and development, so to say, and we zero in on the type of malware causing the disruptions in operations. We post a threat intelligence report on a weekly basis, and that is available in the public forum for you. And an example from that is that our monitoring last week revealed multiple ransomware incidents across diverse threat groups and diverse entry points for these groups. And was the gentleman ransomware that dominated these incidents with 21%. And it gained entry through compromised VPN gateways using valid admin credentials. It was detected through logins from unusual and unregistered IP addresses. Little bit more about us. So Red Piranha offers granular access control with a declarative authorization service based on zero trust principles, up-to-date threat intelligence, intrusion and manage threat detection and response to incidents, endpoint protection, policy enforcement, application whitelisting, and vulnerability management. It is a strategic roadmap to modify your network architecture depending on your tech stack. So, we are here to talk about IoT, which is the Internet of Things. So, IoT and operational technology networks are vulnerable because they rely on predictable communication channels, making them prime targets for exploitation. Attackers adopt encrypted channels as a bypassing conventional security tools. And traditional firewalls and intrusion detection systems cannot inspect encrypted traffic efficiently, creating vulnerable blind spots. So, Crystallized PECA supports IEC 62443 compliance, which is the international standard for securing industrial automation and control systems. It uses network segmentation by defining zones, which are logical groupings of assets, and conduits, which are controlled communication pathways between these zones. PECA restricts IoT and OT device communication to authorized endpoints only, reducing the risk of lateral movement and unauthorized access. So, the technical details about PECA will be explained by Dylan. I'll pass the mic to him. Dylan?
Thanks, Arjun. Yeah, so I'll go over a bit of the principles of zero trust, a bit more of the challenges that IoT devices have, and then I'll talk a bit more about PECA and go over a demo in a Kuslai with you guys. So with a zero trust network architecture, it's a framework based on verifying before granting access. This is in contrast to the principle of trust but verify. Zero trust never trusts and verifies wherever possible. And this goes for devices and users. It also follows least privilege access. So users and devices can only access what they're authorized to. If you have one team in a business who shouldn't be accessing any finance related things, they shouldn't have access to any of those systems. And it also uses micro segmentation. So using network segmentation to isolate zones and limit lateral movement. So in case a threat actor does breach a network, it just makes it that bit harder for them to pivot and move to different systems around the business. Yes, now with IoT devices, they've become increasingly common, but do come with some security issues. So challenges related to IoT devices. One being that they're very connected. So once they're in a network, they're sending out a lot of traffic, connecting back to their servers, whether through and connecting through Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, sending a lot of packets around. They lack some security updates. So when the new IoT device comes out, it may be getting updates for a year or two, but after a while, there'll no longer be updates, and any exploits found after that won't be patched. There are exceptions to that. Some IoT devices are given more longer term support, but a lot aren't. And then there's also the lack of security features. So many IoT devices are created just to reach a minimal viable product level. So they're made and they can do what they were designed to do, but not much thought is given to securing the device. But I'll go through PECA as well. So PECA is how Crystalline tries to solve this problem. So It restricts the communication from IoT devices to protect the network in the case of device being compromised. And it does this by fingerprinting the communication between IoT devices and the servers it reaches out to. And because with IoT devices uh, communicating through the internet using HTTPS, it's all encrypted, but this is a way of securing it without installing anything on the IoT device. And if there's any unrecognized traffic seen, that traffic is blocked and an alert is made in the PECA module on Crystal Eye. And it's just that traffic that's blocked, normal operations can still occur. So that's still happening while you work on uh, resolving the incident. So now a little bit of a demo of setting up PECA. So I'll just share my screen. Cool. You should all see my screen now. So we'll go through setting up PECA. So PECA can be found under security configuration, passive encryption control here. And in this network map here, it's set to IoT devices, but there's nothing here. It does remember the device I was testing with before though. But since there's nothing here, we'll actually go to the network map and map this thermostat device as an IoT device. Cool. So we can pretty easily see this thermostat device. It's on the LAN 2 part of the network. There's also a second device, but I'm not going to do anything with that. It's not an IoT device. So clicking this, device name is set as thermostat. I've already put my name in as owner of the device, but I'll change this device type to IoT device and then update that. And now that should be always an IoT device. And we can also see this MAC address here. And so if we actually go to the hosts and groups section in Crystal Eye, right here, Crystal Eye automatically adds that MAC address to the IoT device group. So it knows this MAC address is an IoT device. And if we go back to PECA, it should now be appearing here as well. Lovely. So we've mapped this thermostat as an IoT device, but we actually need to set up a zone for it to isolate it from all the other devices. So going to the advanced firewall, we go to security zones. I've already set up an IoT zone, so I've just created a new one called an IoT zone. I am allowing just some devices from the LAN network to access it, but otherwise all other interzone traffic is blocked. And then also if you want this zone to have access to the internet, we'll add it to the allowed zones for the WAN zone. Cool. We've got that working. Next up, we'll go to traffic rules here. So PECA automatically sets up a few traffic rules. So we have the PECA application pinhole rule. So this is for devices that IoT devices that you only want accessing to the internet, not other zones. We have the PECA block rule, which will block all traffic from an IoT device. And then most importantly, we have the PECA application rule. So this application rule, if we go here, edit it. So we're having the source as the IoT zone, going to any zone, and we're targeting the IDPS system. So PECA will actually spin up its own IDPS profile to run all traffic through that to get the hashes for the communication. And in the advanced settings, we've also set the source to only include the IoT device group, which will include that MAC address from the device that we just set up. So we got those working, which PECA has done. And so we can now actually set up a secure state for PECA. So this secure state will keep track of all the servers the device connects to. So we set the device type as IoT device. So this will affect all IoT devices, and we have the secure state not set. To set it, we'll just go back to this screen and then capture the secure state. So we're setting it to the default profile, and we'll just put in a description as the thermostat state and add that. Cool. And now we can start testing the alerts. So I do have some alerts from testing previously, but I'll just run an IoT simulator to create some more traffic. Yeah, a few more should have come through now. We'll reload this. Yep, cool. And we got more traffic here. I am in Perth, so the time may be a bit different from where you are. But we've set the we've seen now there's an alert from the source MAC, which is the thermostat, and it's been reaching out to example.com. And it's also provided a fingerprint that it created from that communication. So PECA fingerprints the application in the IoT device reaching out to that server. So if we create more traffic from the IoT device using a different method, I'll just run that and refresh. There should be more traffic, but now it's reaching out to redpiranha.com, .net.au, and we can see that the fingerprint is different from example.com. So with this traffic, we can do 4 actions on it. So we can allow that traffic, we can block that traffic, we can block the device from communicating with anything, or we can pinhole the device. So we can set it so it can only have access to the internet. All these events also go into our threat dashboard system, which is where all the events and logs are correlated. I'll show this off a bit. Cool. So I've got this all set up. So it has the source, destination IP, server name reaching out, and the hash created from PECA. So we can see all the domains that this specific device was reaching out to. And so we can see that source IP is correct, and that hash matches what was seen in the PECA device, in the PECA module as well. And so here you can correlate with the other systems as well for any other events. Cool. That's the demo of setting up PECA and seeing it working. So just to recap, so in this knowledge sprint, we went over the Zero Trust framework and some principles from that. Went over some challenges of the security that IoT devices have. went through segmenting zones in the CRISPR to ISA EIC 62443 standards. And I showed you how to implement PECA to monitor encrypted traffic passively. And cool. Any questions from you guys?
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Dylan and Arjun. Yeah, we've got a question come through from Jason. So, how do you secure IoT or OT devices in critical infrastructure? And how do you monitor the threat in an IoT or OT environment?
Yep, so this is exactly what PECA was made for. So uh, with a lot of IoT devices, you can't install like endpoint agents on them and things like that to track things there. So you need to look at the network traffic, which is what PECA does. So PECA is looking at the specific what the IoT device is reaching out to. So as we saw, it was reaching out to example.com. And so what you'd do is you'd actually be monitoring that and allowing all the legitimate traffic and not allowing anything else. And so you'd see the alerts coming through that it's reaching out to a domain that's looking very suspicious. It's just random letters and numbers.com. And then you'll be able to lock that device or pinhole it so it can't communicate with the rest of the network.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Were there any other questions from the floor that we had? You've just got another question come through, Dylan and Arjun from Sam. Does PECA support office environments?
I think it says offline environments.
So it does say offline environments. My bad.
Yep.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yep. So as long as it's using like the TLS encryption, it would support it, and as long as it's going between zones. So I set up a specific zone just for IoT devices, and you can it will fingerprint what servers or what other devices it connects to within your network. So not necessarily the internet, and you can allow and block things that way as well. I hope that
Thank you,
answers your
mate.
question.
Great. Can't see any other questions. Oh, we've got another one from Sam. Sorry. So if closing visibility gaps is encrypted communications, is there a major blind spot in OT security, and how does like Red Piranha support this?
Closing. Yep. So more questions come through. But yeah, with encrypted communications, yeah, that is big gap. So yeah, PECA doesn't require unencrypting that traffic, and just is monitoring what is communicating instead. So if a device is compromised and it tries to communicate with a different server, or if it's malware communicating to its C2 server, even though that traffic is communicated, PECA will fingerprint that, see that the fingerprint is different to what's allowed, and then create an alert for that and drop that traffic. So then you'll be able to see the alert, isolate that device, and then try and resolve that incident.
Great. Thank you. Sorry,
Yeah.
Dylan.
Yeah, no, I was just going on to the next question. Do we need to install a certificate for the interception to monitor the TLS traffic of the IoT devices? No, because we're not unencrypting that traffic. We are just looking at that encrypted communication. So no certificate is needed.
Great. Next question. training? Is there training or support Red Piranha provides for OT teams?
Yeah, if you need any help, you can contact Red Piranha. You can get in touch with our infrastructure team in case you want to make sure you've set up your environment correctly, that there's proper segmentation for your OT or IoT devices. Yeah, we're happy to give that support.
Right. Are VoIP phones configured the same way?
VoIP phones. VoIP phones. So with PECA, it uses the TLS. It checks the TLS encryption. I'm not sure if VoIP uses TLS. I don't think so, off the top of my head.
Let us do some more
No.
investigation into that one, David, and we can come back to you. It looks like the last question has come through from Sam. Does your asset discovery tool support OT environments also?
Yeah, so the asset discovery, it should be able to discover all the devices on a network. The Crystallite does come with its own DHCP server, and I can't remember what other methods exactly it uses to check for devices, but it should be discovering pretty much everything.
Fantastic. Thank you. It looks like that might be all the questions that have come through. Give it a second. Yeah, but it looks like that's all the questions there. So thank you everyone for coming along to our knowledge spread on PECA. We're really excited to be talking to you today about passive encryption. So if there's any further questions, please reach out. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.